until the point that I opened up new locations over and over again because it made me money to open locations, which makes absolutely no sense. But if you have a money model, if you have a way of getting customers to pay you more than it costs to get them up front, then figuratively, you unlock your ability to get more customers. Now, you're going to have other constraints in the business. I had 4 walls, I had to get trainers, I had other operational issues. But getting customers, and more succinctly, the cash required to get more customers, no longer was a constraint. Because if every customer comes preloaded within them, the cost of getting them, the cost of delivering for them, and the cost of getting the next customer, plus the cost of delivering for the next customer, when you have all 4 of those preloaded in one in gross profit, you can spend as much as you want.
The only thing worse than lighting fake money on fire is lighting real money on fire, which business owners do every single day when they try to get customers, and the cost of getting customers costs them more than the customers make them. And fundamentally, if you do that for long enough, you go out of business. And so it is the biggest threat to businesses every single day. But there is a better way. And the way you do that is with a money model, because money models show you how to get more customers to spend more money in less time over and over again. And I'm going to be showing you how to do this live at my Money Models launch. So click, register, and I'll see you there. The next actual question is like, well, so how does this actually work mechanically to get customers? In the book, after I looked at all of the different businesses that I've had over my career, I realized that I could basically bucket the deliberate sequence of offers into 4 buckets that kind of meet 4 different objectives. And when you combine all 4, you maximize the likelihood that you generate the most cash flow from the most customers in the shortest period of time. So number 1 is you have attraction offers. So these are offers that maximize the likelihood of conversion. So think about getting the most leads to buy something. And these ones tend to often have what I would consider upfront cash components. So things that pull cash flow forward. The next is upsells, which is, okay, now that we've maximized the number of customers that are walking the door, how can we maximize the gross profit per customer? So this is the getting them to spend more money part. After that, we have the downsell component. We have customers who come in and aren't willing to pay for the most expensive thing, but they may be willing to buy something. And so by doing that, we turn no's into yeses. Now, the key part is that downsells are very risky if you don't know how to do them properly. If you do them the wrong way, what ends up happening is you take all your customers that were otherwise going to pay for a more expensive thing, and they just buy a cheaper thing. That's bad. So we want to present the offer in such a way that we get all the people who are going to buy the first thing that was the most expensive, and then also capture additional sales from customers who otherwise would have said no. I'll walk through that in a second in terms of more details. The 4th element is continuity. Because if you just got a bunch of cash up front from people and you upsold and downsold, well then what do you have after that? Well, you have a one-time transaction. We don't get customers to make sales. We make sales to get customers. And the point there is that we create a relationship with the customer that increases the likelihood they continue to purchase from us again and again. There are offer structures at each of these objective points that increase the likelihood that that objective occurs. We want to have an offer that gets people in the door. We would have an offer that gets them to spend more money. We would have an offer that captures the other part of people who weren't originally going to say yes. And then we want them to have something that gets them to buy over and over again. If we have those things, we have a model that can outspend our competition, at least in the most basic way, outspend the cost of getting customers. If we think about what is required for a business to exist, you have to have cash. That's literally it. Like you could have nothing else, but as long as you can pay your bills, as long as you can pay payroll, as long as you can pay the incorporation fee every year to maintain a business, you are still in business. Your ego might be bruised, you might have lower revenue, you might not be hitting the goals you want, but you are still in business. If you have a money model that increases the cash flow in the business and pulls it forward, then by doing that, you have a way that you can stay alive. And what I have found from all the people that I've known in my life, and I would say myself included, is that business is an endurance game. It's a marathon. It's about staying alive and outlasting. And the way that you outlast is you continue to have ways to generate cash flow for the business. So I'm going to walk you through the model that broke the gym industry.